My name is Danny Wallace and I am the Queen Bee. I grew up on the council estates of Preston and I was furious when I found out that the Queen was born the Queen. So I set about creating the I am the Queen Bee movement to help more people show up wiser than rising and reclaim their birthright to success. There's this quote that goes, aerodynamically bees should not be able to fly, their little wings shouldn't get their fat little bodies off the ground, and bees don't care what humans think is impossible, bees fly anyway. And so I wanted to create a space and community where we could do what bees do when they're building something new and festoon and link arms and help each other.
I need to get to know this woman. I need it in my life.
Who is this woman? I need a piece of that.
As a survivor of domestic abuse and homelessness and clawing my way back up from rock bottom, I wanted to be able to put my hand behind me and say, come with me. You don't have to struggle.
I had a dream of something that I wanted to do, and Danny, she got me there.
You're just me!
How the bloody hell did I get here?
Often as business owners, we hide behind our businesses. But as the saying goes, closed mouths don't get fed. If you're not speaking about your business, who's gonna know about it? If you're not speaking about your mission and how you can help people, how are you going to help the people you want to help?
I just made a wish come true.
A speaking coach is somebody who's going to be the hands at your back.
Wow, that made a wish come true. She helped me get there.
I'm buzzing.
It's life-changing. What an amazing journey. Oh my goodness me, I loved it. Oh, I loved it.
We actively encourage people to be themselves because that's the most magnetic thing about you. What people gain when they participate and be inspired is that spark of belief in themselves that creates a furnace, that creates a bonfire, that creates an inferno.
Wow. It has been nothing short of life-changing.
It doesn't stop there. The community creates bonds and friendships that are absolutely forged for life. It really does become so much more than speaking.
How are you feeling?
It felt like I'd picked up this really enormous thing. That was awesome. Epic. Phenomenal. It was a bit more intense than I thought it was going to be.
Exhilarating.
Went fast.
It felt amazing.
Exhausted.
Thinking at all about wanting to stand on a stage yourself or running a workshop, get in touch with Danny, will not regret it.
You want somebody like that in your corner.
It was brilliant. The atmosphere was set, the stage was set, and I think it's smashing.
The Be Inspired Mastermind is for anybody who is ready to take the leap to the next step in their business. You can get in touch with me by following me across the socials at the Queen Bee Danny, or you can head on to my website where you can learn more about the incredible things that we do as part of IATQB. It's www.iamthequeenbee.co.uk. That's peace.
Good morning, everybody. How are you? Welcome to the show, Rise Up Show with me, your host, Danny Wallace. Shake your bums. It's Friday. It is Friday, and it is the day that we celebrate all of our successes for the week, whether they are huge or whether they are small. Now, I'm trying something out this morning, just as a little thing, just a little something going on. I have at the side here, I can't show you because I'm using my proper good camera up here, but just to the side here, I've got Instagram on the go. So if you're watching on Instagram and you want to get them, talk amongst yourselves, Facebook, for one sec. If you're on Instagram, you want to get the proper experience of the show Rise Up Show, head on over to @theQueenBeeDanny. For you guys, hello, and let me concentrate. So, yes, it's Friday. And it's been a shorter work week this week. It's been a bank holiday. On Monday. Did anybody take the bank holiday off? Did you work? What did you do? Good morning. Who's watching? Nice to see the usual suspects there. We've got Pixie Knowles in the house. Hello, Diane Ivy. Hi there. Jenny Parkin. Hello, my darling Leanne Elliott. If you are watching along, please do say hello. It is so lovely to have you. If you're watching along on Instagram, say hiya. I'll try and keep my eyes over here, but if you want to come and join the conversation, head on over to @theQueenBeeDanny on Facebook. Right. Sliding in with a snotty nose this morning. Oh my goodness. Jojo Smith sending you such a hug and a cuddle and a get well soon from me to you. Cheers, everybody. It's Friday. We made it. sliding into the DMs of the weekend, telling it looks sexy. Please let me know whereabouts in the world you are watching from. If you're watching from the UK, give us a holler. Whereabouts in the UK are you? We have our UK map, but if you are elsewhere in the world, we want to know. I want to know where we're reaching. I want to know where it is that you are so we can celebrate you wherever you are in the world. So thank you for joining me this Friday. The show has had a new format. If you are a previous viewer of the show for the last, just over 18 months now. Can you believe it? So just over 18 months, you will know that we will have visitors on the show, experts on the show coming in to talk to us. But when the show is just me on my own, we get to hang out, celebrate each other. We set our intentions together on a Monday as part of our showing up together. The show is called Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up. The idea is that we show up together, we learn together. Those two things are a mathematical equation. If you are taking action and showing up, if you are learning and constantly on that in that position of growth, then you can only rise up. You can only head towards your version of success, whatever that is. Sometimes, like this morning, you may catch me putting my makeup on, getting ready for the work day. And I am unapologetic about the fact. So I am going to be talking to you about what successes have been happening here at IATQB HQ. I'm going to be talking to you about your successes. And I would love to find out from you what your successes are this week. What are you celebrating? And these can be big or small celebrations, you guys. So this could be, I don't know, if you have been struggling with your mental health a little bit and you managed to have a shower. Yes, I'm going to celebrate you. If you've just done a launch and done 7 figures, yes, I'm going to celebrate you, because do you know what? Success is completely subjective. Wherever you are on the scale of success, we are an inclusive community celebrating our successes together. One of the beautiful things about the IATQB community, the I Am the Queen Bee community, is that we have people just starting out in business and personal development, and we have people who are multimillionaires, pop stars, radio presenters who have done incredible things, and we are all here together, linking arms to show up, wise up and rise up. So I want to know whereabouts in the world that you're watching from. And I also want to know from you what your successes are this week. I like a Friday. We get to shake our bums every day of the week, but Friday, it feels a little bit better because it's Friday, yeah. So I want to know if you're shaking your bums. Why are you shaking your bums if it is Friday and you're celebrating? Amy Blaney, regular watcher of the show. You've just been asked to cook the biggest cake you've ever done. Congratulations, my angel. Well done, you. We've got Shona Brand. Oh, she's in bed full of a cold. It's going round. Do you know what? This sounds awful, and bear with me while I say this. I'm going to say it. I'm going to say it quick, and don't judge me for saying it. Isn't it nice to just hear that people have got colds? It's just a cold. I'm okay. It's not corona. It's not this. It's that. I've just got cold. I've got a bit of a snotty nose. I know you'll feel poorly and you'll feel shitty and you'll feel snotty, but you're just kind of grateful, aren't you, that it's just a cold and nothing else. Bear with me, trust the process here while I'm putting my face on. Let's have a little look. Who else is saying things? Oh God, you're poorly as well. I'm sat dying. Oh my goodness. I just managed to accidentally reply to thousands of finance people in my day job, just waited to be bothered about. Oh dear. And when you accidentally replied to all, were you favourable in the words that you were using in the reply to all, or did you divulge information? Oh my goodness. Please don't share anything that's going to incriminate you. But we need you to spill the tea here. We need to know what's actually happening. Sarah Jane, let us know as it all unfolds what's going on. Hello, love the new intro this morning. Yeah, I thought we'd just sort of remind ourselves what is happening in now officially, because we will be on day 2 in 5 weeks' time, less than 5 weeks. So in just less than 5 weeks' time now, we will be kicking off day 2 of Be Inspired, which is my personal and business development event. It is a veritable festival of business growth, of spiritual growth, of personal development strategy, all of this sort of stuff presented to you, not just by me, but by an incredible 24 strong cohort of phenomenal speakers. Really exciting. So yeah, it is just under 5 weeks away now, which kind of makes me go. But also, I want to tell you one of the things that we're celebrating. Half of the room tickets are gone. Half of the room tickets are gone. So that we officially went on sale a couple of weeks ago, properly. and sort of telling everybody about it and like really going for it. But now there are only 35 tickets left. So they're just in a small, so we're doing it in twofold. So we've got people in the room, so you can be in the room where it happens, or if you don't get a ticket to be in the room where it happens, it's okay, because we've got studio quality, TV quality, live streaming for you as well. So don't worry if you don't get an in the room ticket, you can still get an online ticket. But if you do want an in the room ticket, you're going to need to chuff and move your backsides. You're going to need to go and get yourself your tickets, because they are going to sell out and you will be sad. I will tell you this now. If you're not in the room and you really wanted to be in the room, you're going to be dead sad. And I don't want any of you being dead sad. I don't want any of you being dead sad. I only want you to be happy. So if you really want to be in that room where it happens, get your tickets pretty sharpish. Otherwise, they're going to sell out. Don't worry, you can still be inspired by watching it at home. But if you want to hug in rooms, you want to be in the room where it happens. So yeah, that's what we're celebrating this week, that we've hit the halfway mark on our in the room tickets. So we've got 350 online tickets available, and then we'll be closing that out. So there's not an infinite number of tickets that are available. There is 70 in the room with 350 tickets in the online, on the online stream. It is going to be off the shizzle. So I'm very much celebrating that. Shall I celebrate? I'm going to celebrate with you what else I've achieved this week, you guys. I have sent out, I need a Chuffy badge for this. Anybody who struggles with keeping on top of copy and contacting their email list will vouch for the fact it's a pain in the ass. Not the act of doing it itself, I guess, because I really, as many of you know, love emailing you guys, talking to you guys in any way that I can. But when I'm being told to do it, it really winds me up. Like I get like demand avoidance. I'm like, don't you tell me what to do. I'm going to speak to my people whenever I want to speak to my people. Don't tell me I've got to do a campaign, or don't tell me I've got to tell them stuff. Like I get dead narked about it. And when I get dead narked about things, I avoid it. Do any of you feel like that? If you're watching along on, over on Instagram, I want to know if you have this sort of demand avoidance, especially when it comes to doing things like writing copy, all of that sort of stuff. I get this particularly around writing things like emails. So I love just shooting from the hip. But because this event is as big as what it is, I need to make sure you all have all the information that you could possibly need to make sure that you can buy your tickets in an easy way that isn't a way that's difficult, that you've got all the information you need about what's happening, all of this sort of stuff. So I have sent out all of my emails that I need to send out as part of the run up to being inspired. So I'm giving myself a Chuffy badge. I'm dead happy. So what are you guys celebrating? So I'm celebrating a work thing. And celebrating, obviously, I mean, selling out half of the tickets in the room in just a couple of weeks is amazing. Given that given that they were sort of 5 weeks away, that room is going to sell out, which I'm like, oh, normally it's like dead scary. And I'm like, oh God, no one's bought a ticket yet. But these are flying out far earlier than I anticipated. So I'm really pleased about that. So I'm definitely shaking my bum about that. Shaking my bum about the fact that I'm actually on top of my workload, which is brilliant, and a testament to the team that I've got around me, which is just amazing. So a huge shout out to IATQB HQ. We've got Kathy Byam, who's heading up everything that's happening over on LinkedIn, which is rocking and rolling for us at the moment. We've got the phenomenal Anna Fox, who is my PA and wing woman for all things logistics and just keeping my head on. We've got the beautiful Danielle Hansen, who's off on maternity leave at the moment, who keeps my head from wobbling all the way off. And of course, we've got Wallace, my husband, who graphically sorts out everything that you see. It's a huge testament to everybody. We've also got other members of the team, Joe Swan, for example, Jojo Smith from Creative SAS, our creative director. So I feel like I'm doing an Oscar speech, but there is so much going on right now that normally I feel so stressed I can't breathe. But because of the team that are around me, I just feel held. Like even yesterday, like Joe Swan was just in my inbox going, you do know that we've this is going to be an amazing event and you've got this. Just to hear that from my friends and what I'm celebrating my buddies, definitely celebrating my buddies and my work buddies today. All right, let's catch up. Where are we all? Let's have a little look. So, Emma Deshoe, you are from Cheshire, but right up the top in Scotland on holiday, and the weather has been scorching. Hey, well, let's all live vicariously through Emma at the moment, because I don't know about you, but the weather is pretty shitty over here in Preston this morning. And I love that you tell me the weather. We will get our weather bees back. I'm just waiting on some smaller bees. Watching from Always Sunny in My World in Cornwall. Leanne, I love Cornwall. Beautiful, beautiful area of the country. Major head wobble this week, but the amazing Charlotte Carter put me back on track. Charlotte Carter is one of our Be Inspired speakers. She is phenomenal positive psychologist. She's also incredible. I mean, all things mindset and leadership. She's just ace. But yeah, she has a tendency to help wobbling heads cease wobbling. So you've got the right person in your corner there. Pixie, good morning, my darling. Just had a blog publication confirmation for the last shoot, and the last shoot that you did was amazing. It was beautiful to see. I know you shared that over in the hive, so thank you for sharing that. Let's have a little look. I'm peeping over. My best bit for Jojo Smith this week, our creative Saster, our fairy godmother herself. My best bit this week, a new Saster that had been struggling, took a huge step forward towards being inspired, and I just know it will change her life. Oh my goodness. Also, our podcast launched, Rhubarb and Custard. What the fuck? I've got a podcast on Spotify and Apple, and I cannot recommend it highly enough. In fact, when you've watched the show today, hop on over to Spotify or Apple, go and download the Rhubarb and Custard podcast, because it is just, honestly, it's like a hug in a podcast. It is fantastic. So congratulations, Jojo. I know you're with us from your sick bed this morning. Jenny, hello, my darling. So from Cheadlehume, UK, celebrating finishing my trauma training course. Mental health isn't great today. Huge hug, but felt a boost when I felt your energy through my phone screen. We are sending you the hugest of Care Bear stares to help you this morning. If you're feeling a little bit under the weather, we are shining together and raising each other up. If you can feel my energy, I'm sending you love and healing vibes like this, like magic, through the power of the internet through to you. If you are watching on Instagram and you want the proper experience of the show at Wise Up Show, head on over to the Queen Bee Daddy page on Facebook, and you can see us all there. Come and join in the conversation. It was borderline rude, but I think I can explain myself. We are praying for you, Sarah Jane. We are praying for you. Julie, I love you too. I love you, Danny. I love you too, mate. I actually get tummy flutters for the joy of being inspired. Same. It's really for those of you that have been in the room before or who have watched in the previous one our online stream. It is just the experience. And you think that we're waxing lyrical about it when, we're using hyperbole when we say it is a life changer. It is a life changer. It's a game changer. It is one of those experiences, whether you're a part of it as a speaker squad, whether you're a part of it as a team, or whether you're a part of it as the audience, something changes every time. There is a shift every single time we run this event for the people that are around it, for the people that are in it, that are a part of it. There is such a shift that happens, and it is phenomenal and amazing. People always ask me, like, what is this that I'm using? This is collection from Asda. Speedy Blush, and it's lasted me. Maybe I shouldn't admit to this. It's lasted me a couple of years, and there's still absolutely butt tons left, and I use it every single day. It's crackers, isn't it? It's a little blush stick, but I love it. Look, I look alive. Wow, Joe Wilson is saying, I was on a live on Instagram with Joe Wilson last night on the Noodly Noodles page. Her membership for her dog training community is now open, and it was such an honor to go and have a conversation with Joe yesterday. She's phenomenal, as well as providing us with a lot of the laughs and the heckles on the show, Rise Up Show. Amy, listen, I say listen, I'm telling myself to listen and concentrate. I've also been asked to be the challenge champion in Louisa Heritage's Sparks and Impact Challenge. I'm cheerleading everyone on and getting them pumped up Blaney style. I cannot imagine anyone better suited to that role. What an absolute belter of an opportunity. Anyone in Louisa Heritage's world will know that next week is going to be phenomenal. Go and get amongst it. If you don't know who Louisa Heritage is, she is Be Inspired alumni. She's also a friend of the show. She takes over the show sometimes when I'm not able to do it. She's fantastic. So go and check Louisa Herridge out. She's got a challenge going on next week, and it's going to be bloody brilliant. Why do I watch you to get eyebrow envy every single time? They're ready for tidying up. I had them tattooed not so long back by the gorgeous Jenny Barling. I'm so gutted that I can't make day one of Be Inspired. Can I come for day two only? In the room tickets, they're both days. That's it. But you can get online access. So you could, if you wanted to, get online access, or if you got, if you did get a ticket and you wanted to come, you would have to pay full price because that it is what it is. But you'd get online access to day one. So if you can't make one of the days, we're not doing separate days because it's a logistical nightmare. So we've only got 70 in the room. If you do get a ticket, it is for both days. Where else have we got? Yeah, Louise is excited. Of course you're excited. You should be excited. It's going to be fantastic. I'm celebrating opening my first challenge. There she is. Group opened last night and we start Monday. Here we go. So true. Creative constipation if I'm told to do something. Yeah, it's awful, isn't it? Like, go on. Joanne Fisher, you'll have seen if you are on my email list or on Wednesday. Jo is one of our speakers. She is absolutely phenomenal talent in the law field. But yeah, when you're told to go and write something, I just get like, oh, but I don't know what to write about. But the thing is, I think what makes it really easy for this particular piece of work is the people that I'm writing about I'm so attached to. They are phenomenally inspirational people. They're absolutely wonderful. So yeah, what else have we got going on here? I'm just celebrating anything and everything with chocolate. What else? And stunts on the bike. I wonder, I get a Chuffy Badge trophy for all that. Yeah, I do. I feel I should get a trophy. Where are we at? What are we saying here? We've got loads of you talking to me this morning. Thank you. I'm wearing that demand avoidance suit. I had it with my one-to-many stuff, but I've got one leg across the line this week. One baby step in front of the other. That's what I'm celebrating. Little incremental wins, because the phenomenal wins will happen off of the back of these little incremental wins. And I think that's really important to remember. Little incremental wins are what stacks up to these phenomenal wins. And if you do lots and lots and lots of little wins, then the rewards become more and more plentiful. And also it creates a momentum wave. So one little win turns into another little win. And actually what was considered a little win to you now, 12 months ago, you would have considered as a major win. This is really interesting. When I run my short course on overcoming self-sabotage, it's more like an incubator than anything else. It's called Move Be. We talk about incremental. So what we do right at the very beginning, we do like a litmus test of all of the areas of our lives. So we look at relationships, finances, work. We'll look at, kids. We'll look at the house, everything, right? And give ourselves a score out of 10. 1 being absolutely shocking and shite, and 10 being phenomenal and fabulous, right? And what you would have given yourself a 5 for maybe at the beginning, because you will have moved on so far by the end of it, what you give yourself a 5 for isn't the same. So as you move through this rising up situations, your version of success flexes, changes, grows, gets bigger each time. So even if you score a 5 and a 5, your 5 here is in a different world than the 5 over here. And it's worth acknowledging and celebrating those things. In fact, if you can think of something in the comments that you want to share with us where, your first win you thought was massive, you look back on it and actually it was only really tiny because now you're doing something else entirely different, let me know. Yeah, Stephen Bartlett calls it compounding. It's so true. Consistent steps moving forward. It is compounding. It's exactly what it is. Joe, if I'm told to write something, I end up just doodling willies. I'm not surprised in the slightest. I knew you were going to tell me off for this. Check the little expiry tub on that stick. Your beautiful face deserves more than out-of-date makeup. I think I've had it that long. It's discontinued, but I'm still using it every single day. And my skin's in good nick, I'll be honest with you. If you are watching over on Instagram, can I just remind you again, if you want the proper experience of the show, Wise at Rise Show, come and head over to the Queen Bee Danny page on Facebook. I'm not ignoring you. I just thought I wanted to see what would happen if I was live. So for those watching on Facebook, I'm live. I've got my phone over here on Instagram. If you don't follow me on Instagram, by the way, do me a favor. go and follow me at the Queen Bee Danny. We still are going for Operation 10K Swipe Up. I want to have done that by the end of the year. I've got my eyes on the prize. I am doing the work over there. And again, it's incremental wins. It's small wins. So a lot of what you see, I do myself, except for the work that we're doing over on LinkedIn, where I'm very, very close. Kathy Byam is doing a lot of work over there with me to make sure that is rocking and cockling. It's so true. I do a step at a time, then look back and think, wow, because you'll do something in the day that moves you along this far. And then you'll go to bed at night thinking, I've not done that much by all accounts. But then if you do that every single day, by the time you end up looking back, you've done the things. It's insane how it works. Leanne, after publishing the gratitude journal in May, I'm celebrating finally writing my Crushing Limited Beliefs course. And now I've got to market it and not sit on it like the rest of them. Yeah. And Leanne, this happens a lot. We create these things, we write these things, we set everything up in the background. And then when it comes to standing in front of them, we get scared or we don't, because it's already been a lot of hard work and I'm not ready to do any more hard work on this. But actually the hard work starts when the thing is written. The thing is written because it's in your zone of genius, right? Like my book or be heard or be inspired or whatever it is that I'm sharing with the world. The slog of it is telling people about it and banging the drum. And often what a lot of us do is we have to go, hey, everyone, I'm doing a thing. And wonder why the world and his dog don't fall over themselves trying to buy a thing off us. You know, it takes consistency. It takes showing up. That's why the show is called the Show Up, Rise Up Show Together. If we are going to rise up together, then we have got to take intentional action and be learning. You can't just be taking intentional action and not learn anything, because you'll be, one of my friends, Brad Burton, calls it huffing and puffing and saying nothing. Yeah, not actually providing value because you've not learned what you need to learn. So you can show up every day of the week and not actually be doing anything. Yeah, you're not doing the right things. You've got to learn what the right things are and do them. And then you can only rise up. We can only celebrate you at the end of the week. It's so true. I'm going to get piles from the amount of stuff I'm sitting on that's growing cold. Joe Wilson, move your backside. And actually, no, you're not. You've got a plan and you are executing it in your own sweet time. That is what you're doing. It's so true that our little wins now were once our big wins, right? I remembered yesterday that when I had my first big month financially, it now seems nothing to me. I remember, and it's something I wanted to talk to you about this morning, actually. I remember getting on that plane to Malta with 60, like it was, I think the flight was like 69 quid. I had 300 quid in my bank. And that was for the home. It was for everything. And I went there and it changed my life. I then went on to do a launch that was £16,000. Now, I never in a million years thought that I would be able to do it. But it was as a result of taking that intentional action, knowing that the people that were going to be there were nice people. You know, there was Lisa Johnson there, Sky Barber was there, Deep Bajwa was there, Sam Barefoot, Nikki James, like some of these my soul sisters. Loads of people there that were just phenomenal. I was like, oh God, if I could just be around these brilliant people, then we're only Kerry Leather. Like, if I could just be around these people, surely I'm going to sort of absorb, even if it's just absorb some of their energy, right? And getting on that plane and coming back and just being around great people. And if you're around a group of action takers, you can't help but take action. Because everyone around you taking action. So if you sit there, you're like, well, better take some fucking action then, right? So I was talking to Deep yesterday. If you don't know Deep Bajwa, please do go and check her out. She has the Luxury Business Lounge and the Elevate membership. She's also known as the Well-Heeled Coach and the owner of Opulence Events, which is a huge celebrity wedding events company. She's one of my best friends. She's a real soul sister. We met actually in Malta and we didn't know each other really. We didn't know each other at all. We'd never met before. And we realized sort of we only went to Malta for a couple of days and we realized sort of partway through that we didn't know each other. We enjoyed each other's energy. Like when we were sort of sat around the pool or we were out for dinner, like we was like, why don't we go for lunch? Like the rest of the girls were either gone into the old town or they'd gone for photo shoots or whatever. And we were like, well, why don't we go for lunch? And I shit you not, honestly, it was like we fell in love. And we spent 3 hours laughing and crying and getting to know each other. And it was one of those, I don't know if ever you've had those moments. Me and Jojo Smith had a very similar sort of experience of friendship. And I do fall madly in love. Me and Abby Horn, similar experience. When I meet my friends, Nikki James, same again. When I meet people, when I allow myself to be around people who are in really good energy, I just fall in love with them. They become part of my circle. I become viciously protective of them and I love them really hard. And giving myself an opportunity to go and experience that was massive, huge for me, and made me realize that, yeah, I still get to choose who my friends are. I can find new friends that are going to light me up and I'm going to light them up. And it was a really hopeful time. So me and Dee were talking yesterday and we keep promising ourselves, we're going to do that again. I don't want to really particularly go on a retreat per se. I don't want to facilitate something. Me and Nikki James have got the Rockstar Level Up retreat Sunday to Wednesday this week. And actually, that is going to be incredible, phenomenal for everybody that's there. But I wanted something that was for me, that wasn't like with an agenda, that wasn't kind of with the kids, that wasn't like a holiday where we just go out drinking for the entire time. But actually, if we can just surround myself with some really nice, lovely people for an extended period of time, a couple of days, I know what kind of magic happens there. So I said to Dee, what do you reckon? So anyway, we were just on a Zoom yesterday. I was like, right, I'm going to have a look. Let's go Barcelona. So she was like, I think she was kind of like, what's the word? Humouring me. And then I went, Deep, look, these flights are like 40 quid from Manchester, 60 quid from Manchester. When are you free next? And she's like, oh, God, not till November. I was like, well, me either, because we've got Be Inspired and then we've got the Be Inspired and Be Heard launch. And then November is like, we're just kind of getting into the regular rhythm of delivering again. I'm like, what are you doing the 11th to the 14th of November? She said, nothing. I said, right, I'm booking. And I booked my flights. I was like, right, the 70 quid flights, right, I'm going. I'm doing it. And anyway, so me and Deep booked to go to Barcelona yesterday for the 11th to the 14th of November this year. And I'm just going to put it out to you guys. And me and Deep might do a post about it in a bit. But if you want to just come play, for like, you could do it cheap, like it didn't matter. Like I did it, I got a cheap seat. Everyone else that when I went like to Malta, everyone else got like they were with BA in British Airways, or they were like they were flying business class. I flew into Malta with a little EasyJet with my knees around my ears, or even arse. Like, you know, I just like, we're going to be in Barcelona between the 11th and 14th, and if anyone else fancies being in Barcelona between the 11th and 14th of November, let us know. It feels like a really random thing to do, and I just thought, I miss a little bit of that. So that's what I'm going to do. So if anyone fancies joining us, let us know. There's no agenda. There's no like, we're going to do this on this day and this on this day. We're literally we've booked a flight. We're going to book a hotel today, and we're going to be in Barcelona between the 11th and the 14th, and we'll go out for dinner and go see some nice things in the day, and that's it. Come home again. And just go and have a little bit of a part the tide, just a bit of a part the tide. But yeah, so let me know if that's what you're gonna do, and we will be around. So yes, it's one of the very few times that I've done something where I've acted on a whim and just kind of like gone for it. But it'd be great if anyone was around in the Barcelona area, 11th to the 14th of November. That's where I'm going to be. It would be nice to see you there too. So let me know what else you guys are celebrating if you are just joining along. Love to get your question. Mel, get yourself if you're watching along on Instagram, get yourself a bloody flight. Get in my inbox. We'll chuck you in a WhatsApp group. So yeah, I booked it. Jojo's booked it, packed it, fucked off. I love it. I wish people would stop things booking. Oh no, Shona, I wish people would stop booking things over my wedding day. I can't play out. Oh, as if you do something like getting married then. So yeah, it's going to be a lovely few days. I've no doubt, because I don't attract knobheads. Deep certainly isn't. She's like my soul sister. So yeah, if anyone wants to come and hang with us over in Barstead, like, come and do it. I don't like, it feels a bit weird just like putting it out there, but I remember what magic happened when Lisa did this a few years ago. And it really was magic. And the friendships that I made as part of that are lifelong friendships. And if I look at everybody that was around that table, everyone that was on that flight, everyone that decided to do that and just take a little bit of time for themselves, take some action, allow themselves to be around awesome people. If I look at them now, they are all, every single one of them, doing phenomenally well. So I was like, let's see, was it a one-time thing? Or is this something that just happens when you get action takers together all in one go? I'm interested. So yeah, it's a little experiment in magic, I think. So I am celebrating booking it, packing it, fucking off. But not yet, not until Be Inspired is done and the launch is finished and I can relax a little bit and I can just park everything for a few days and just be in the moment, to pardon the pun. Yeah, Mel, if you drop me a DM and we'll, like, you're welcome, totally welcome. And we would have a scream, right? So what else are you celebrating before I head off? If you have never joined us before on the show, on a Monday, we set our intentions for the week. So if you really want some accountability, get on into the IATQB Hive. It's spelled IATQB. It stands for I Am the Queen Bee. It is my free community where we celebrate our successes. We help each other with our challenges and cheer each other on. We show up, wise up and rise up together. Some accountability posts in there. But on a Monday show, it's very much about intention setting. So I'm really excited to be setting my intentions with you this coming Monday. And I will be coming to you from Bath. So Bath will be seeing me and Nikki James and the Rockstar Level Up taking over one of the venues there whilst we do some learning, loving and laughing together. Sarah Jane, £80 return for you. Come on now. Look. Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous. Have an incredible weekend. Slide into the DMs of it. Tell it looks fit. Have some rest if you are able. Go and enjoy your family, your friends, yourselves. And I will see you bright and breezy 9:30 on Monday morning. If you don't already follow me over on Insta, please do at the Queen Bee Danny. If you're on Insta and don't already follow me at the Queen Bee Danny on Facebook or LinkedIn, come and join us over there. And I will see you for more Showing Up, Wising Up and Rising Up later on in the Hive and also on the show Monday morning.